Hey everybody. Alright, we're going to do a ride now. I'm going to take my usual commute. We're here at the Green River Starbucks. Hopefully that audio is coming through. I can yell a little loud. There it is right there. Stopped for my my little mocha, my little grande says mocha, and had a really interesting, well, I was doing some stuff, just kind of catching up on some things. I'm using this like a rest stop. I want to tell you what I saw in there. So let's fire up the bike. And let's ride. Hold on, I gotta put my earbuds in first. Sorry for the upside down view. Here we go. I've got an idea that I'm gonna try when I get home, which is to I'm gonna put an old dirty old sock around my dead cat. See if that will help dampen the noise. You know, I really like this little stop here. It's like a kind of, we're in the urban heart of it all, but if you look around, it looks like countryside. Mountains over there. We're a real wasteland over there. I don't know what's up there. I look on Google Earth and it just goes and goes and goes. It's kind of like a dividing wilderness area between the Inland Empire and the Orange County. So this is a Let's Ride video, which is kind of slowly becoming I want it to become. I'm trying to make it into a vlogging forum, Whereas I used to do that walking down the street, and some people do that sitting in front of their computers. Hold on, I got something stuck in my back. Some people do that sitting in front of the computers. I want to do that on the back of my bike. It's kind of fun. Okay, here we go. Let's ride. There's right there. Did you see that? There's a man there with two small children, and there's a man in a suit. I'll show you right there with him as well. They're shaking hands. I want to go back and tell that dad. I want to go back and walk up to him and say, "Good job, Dad. Good job, Dad. Good job." He was in a bit of a pickle. They came in just when I came in, and I got to see the whole thing unfold. The man was there, the one man holding the baby, the small child, was there for a job interview. And he was there with his two young kids, and the person that was interviewing him was a very serious looking executive type. Had all the marks of the executive, clothes, the attitude, the speaking, just everything screamed. Hold on, I gotta get my thing stuck in my back again. There we go, let's get up to speed. Everything about him just screamed someone of importance. So, anyway, I caught enough of, I wasn't eavesdropping, but they were right next to me, and I caught enough of the conversation to realize that at the last minute, whoever was gonna watch the kid, they had agreed to meet at Starbucks for this interview, but whoever was gonna watch the kids, it fell through, and Dad had to take him with him. So he dressed himself and his kids in their best outfits. They looked really sharp. Dad looked great, very good condition, thin. Obviously takes care of himself, I'm trying to say this without sounding like I got a man crush, but just muscular, he was sporting the look of a professional, someone that really cares about themselves, take care of themselves, well groomed, all those things. And his kids were dressed in their best clothes, and the older one, the girl, she was good. She had her little device there and was playing with it. And in the restaurant, they were sitting at a big common table, the type like a big old country dining table, and the man and his two kids were sitting on one side, and the executive-looking guy was on the other side. And the father had this small child in his arms. It must have been no more than 3 or 4, that age when that kid just lives in their own world. To them, there is no other world other than that. And if they're restless and upset, they're going to let the whole world know about it. Let's move up a little faster so I can get ahead of this truck back there behind me. Maybe you guys can see that with a rear view camera, because we're going to have to move over because the road is moving over. It's going to split. So anyway, the executive type looking guy was very understanding and was just proceeding with the interview, and the dad was proceeding with being the interviewee, and really doing good. I mean, these were tough questions. I mean, I really truly wasn't trying to eavesdrop, but you can't help but hear. And he was really doing a good job of the fidgety, fussy kid in his arms, and I was really feeling for him. And the reason I want to bring this up was I was really impressed with his execution of temperance. A virtue in my book. The ability to control your emotions and your feelings and manage the situation. A little apathy towards the things that you can't control. This situation was probably out of his control. That's why he wound up with the kids there. Yet he kept his cool and maintained collected and gave. Actually, I think he did a better job, gave a better interview than if he hadn't had the kids, because it was clear he was interviewing for a pretty good job. Interesting that it was happening at a Starbucks like that. But he managed to maintain his cool under fire. It was a sales type of position, so all the more evidence that he's got what it takes. So anyway, who knows? Maybe he'll be blowing up at the kids right now in the car, but I don't think so. He just seemed to me the type that, and I meet more and more people like that. And I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm just more I just noticed it more. More and more people, especially young people. People give millennials such a hard time, but in many ways they are amply qualified for the world that they're about to inherit, and more so than us. And it's it's a curious thing to see how well they're going. They might have some skills that we value, and some of these, there may be actual problems with that. But I have a suspicion that the skills that they do have are the ones that they're going to need for the world that they're going to own and inherit. So anyway, that's enough of that. So I'll just leave the camera running. If anything interesting happens or comes up, so be it. If not, I'll cut the video off here.